Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder, no, not Pathfinder, Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. We're here on the boat after having just had a commune with the gods. They had to check in on me, they were worried, so we had to reassure them everything's okay and we will figure out what's going on with Aethys and bring them back all safe and sound so they can continue being gods or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. There's a lot that I think Klesia needs to figure out, both about her position in all this, her own influence, and like how she wants to use that power and influence. We've got a while to figure it out, I assume, because we still have a lot of side quests, a lot of the map left to explore. If we look at the map, we've not even explored a quarter of it so far, so still got a lot to do in this place. But in this episode, we are going to start off with talking with all of our companions. So we'll start with, since she walked away, we'll start with Jyoti.
Tell me what's on your mind.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares? How is it you came to be a worshipper of Gon, more so than Aethys? Let's ask her the first one.
My folks, you might say they're not your typical Aethasians. Sure, they cling to the light more than the darkness. But the war, it touched my family. And it changed them. Killed some. Not that I remember firsthand.
She sniffs. Oh.
The others toughened, turned survivors. That much I saw with my own eyes, even years later.
What happened to your family?
They died.
Jyoti lifts her gaze to stare you directly in the eyes, unflinchingly. Care to elaborate on that? I get the feeling you don't really fit in with the other Dawn Stars. Care to elaborate?
No, Watcher. I really don't.
She shakes her head, breaking the contact. Her lowered lashes shadow the tops of her cheeks.
Not at this time. Maybe not ever.
Jyoti, did you kill your family? Wow. I'm sorry for your loss. For the space of several heartbeats, she looks as if she might cry, face scrunched from the stab of visible pain, but then she swipes a dirty hand beneath her nose, and the emotion vanishes completely.
Feeling sorry never made a lick of difference for me, but I thank you all the same.
I get the feeling you don't really fit in with the other Dawn Stars.
I guess it's the nature of light to want to best the darkness, but you can't have balance like that.
Head downcast, she thumbs the edge of her sickle thoughtfully.
And it's not like night and death are bad things.
Aren't they, though? Would I say that? I don't feel like I would. I think Klesia understands. Even though she's just... Well, actually, I don't know. I really don't know what Magrin stands for. Is it like destruction and creation? I don't know. She's got fire. I know she's really into engineering and war. So I don't know. I mean, if war and fire are things I worship, then I probably wouldn't think death is necessarily a bad thing. And night, I mean, when do you need fire the most, right? I don't know. Are there others like you? Other Gon Knights out there?
Of course. Though we're few and spread out. Most don't keep to temples. Soul shepherding requires travel. My aunt's the one who taught me about the cycle of life and death. How everything happens in stages. Whether forwards or backwards, from seed to rot to rebirth again. It's all just states of existence and balance. See? That's how I first learned about the slice of Gon within Aethys.
She grins big, confident, and happy.
After that, I read all the doctrines of Gon. Anything and everything I could get my hands on.
Such as?
The 12 books of Nearwith, plus the epistles from the minor prophets. A lot of them aren't a part of today's canonization, but that doesn't mean they're wrong.
She crosses her arms over her chest, expression pinched.
It's tradition for the youngest born to take up the priesthood of Aethys. Well, I did it in my own way.
Let's speak of something else.
No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening.
How are you feeling?
They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul.
That's all for now.
Sure thing, Watcher.
Alright. Interesting that we had the option of asking if she killed her parents. I wonder if that is what happened.
Certainly.
Or if that's just something... I don't know. Need something, Captain? Nope. You're good. Not quite like the open sea. Eld, the mariner salutes. Edwin.
Captain.
Edwin. Edwin looks up from a book. Her carmine eyes tightening on you.
Or should I call you the Watcher of Cadnua? I confess that title. Something of a mouthful.
Well, that is who I am. I take it you've heard something of me. Cadnu is gone. It's just Captain now. Most people just call me Watcher. You can call me Clesia. She doesn't know how to pronounce it, man. Okay. Most people just call me Watcher.
Do they? I don't think I'd care for people always calling me Animancer.
Well, there's a lot more of you than me. She shakes her head.
No matter. I would hardly want to be like most people, now would I?
I don't know.
Captain it is, then.
Her chin raises slightly as she peers through her spectacles. Well, to be honest, most people on this ship call me Captain. So you are like most people on this ship. I mean, honestly, if you wanted to be unique, you'd call me Clesia. Just saying.
When you took me aboard, you neglected to mention that you were in pursuit of a rampaging deity.
Oops. I'm sorry. I should have told you what was going on. I could always leave you back on Nakataka. Oops. She chuckles, hiding her mouth behind an open hand.
The Blue Colossus may be one of the defining events of the age. I count myself fortunate to bear witness to your investigation. Speaking of, let us return to it, yeah?
She bows slightly at the waist in farewell. Okay. Pelagina?
Yes.
What's up?
You only have to ask.
Whatever happened with you and Maneha? Yeah, let's see what's going on. Pelagina slowly turns her head in your direction. Eyebrows raised, inner eyelids nictitating out and back.
Quay.
You know, you and Maneha, you were together, weren't you?
Menea was a good companion and a skilled warrior. But her imagination got the better of her.
Uh-oh.
It appears to have gotten the better of you as well.
She runs her fingers along a wayward feather, pointing in an odd direction from her wrist, pressing it flush against her skin. How do you like the Deadfire so far?
Where I am assigned is of no concern to me. But I do think the Deadfire can be profitable for the Republics. If the Dukes need me here, I am glad to serve them.
What's your opinion on what's happening with Aethys?
Well, even if he has taken a special interest in you, I doubt he is any less mad than I predicted. And I doubt Bareth and the other gods will consider your debt to them fulfilled. Merla, all of it. But this is just the same as before, no? The gods are playing their games and leaving us to settle the wager. We need to find a way to turn the tables on them, you and I. Diverus.
I don't know about that. Can you tell me more about what happened after we defeated Theos?
After we parted ways, I returned to the Republics and reported to the Duke's Bells. I explained that allowing the Deerwood to retain some trading rights with Air Glanfath would be more beneficial for everyone in the years to come. They were furious, of course. I was lucky I escaped with my life. They stripped me of my breastplate and scoured the suns from it. Then I was put on a ship for Ceres. I floated from port to port, working as a guard for almost 3 years, before the Duke Espirento sent word to me that my presence was requested in Biagepe. The Dukes had decided that the trade they had developed between Air Glanfath, the Deerwood, and the Republics was a boon in the long run. Much like you, I never expected to see them again. I didn't get an apology, but I accepted a pardon from the Duke Biagepe.
That's sort of like an apology, right? Getting a pardon. Alright, well, farewell, Pelagina. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you more. Chittapek. What's up, buddy? Ahoy, Captain! Fine sailing, eh?
Let's get a move on.
Oh, you have a voice. Aloth.
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it.
Aloth is twisting the edge of his sash between his hands, a purposeful frown on his face.
The Rawatayans we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo. But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers.
He watches you uncertainly, his brow furrowed. So? I have to report truthfully. I'll tell them what they need to hear. I'm worried about what that will lead to. What I say makes no difference. I don't have any. I don't have any answers, huh? I have to report truthfully.
You make it sound so simple.
He spreads his hands in exasperation. Pelagina holds up her hand, rubbing the tip of her middle finger against her thumb and nodding.
Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward?
What's this really about, Aloth? If I thought about it that much, I'd never do anything. What someone else does with my words is on them, not me. Of course. That's why I choose my words carefully. I doubt my response will mean anything irrevocable. Number 3 is a nice idea, right? That's a nice mindset for somebody in a position of power to have. Not like it's not morally good, in my opinion. But like, technically, you are right. Everybody is responsible for their own actions. However, people are easily influenced by words of charismatic people. It's happened time and again throughout history. And unfortunately, a lot of the time, it's not for a good reason. At least the ones that are written down. Let's see. If I thought about it that much, I'd never do anything. I like that one, but I think we're just gonna cut straight to the choice. What is this really about, Aloth? We know Aloth. We've traveled with him for... There's probably months in the first game. He's a good friend. Let's not beat around the bush. What's this about? He sighs through his nose, his lips pressed together.
It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding.
He rubs the back of his neck.
I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge. As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region.
What for? I thought you were looking for a particular letting key group. So you were spying on your friends. I thought you were looking for a particular letting key group.
Yes, and how better to draw them out?
It's true, they don't like animancers.
Animancy is a subject of particular interest to the Leaden Key. Through it, I hope to pick up the trail.
A spark of pleasure gleams in his eyes. That's smart.
Merely a first step.
Still, his ears redden.
After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition.
Mostly lunatics in robes, as I recall. Go on.
It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure.
He claps his hands behind his back and begins pacing.
That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could undo the Leaden Key without understanding how it works.
Listen.
I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible. And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia.
He watches you eagerly, waiting for that to sink in. You think that by observing them, you can learn how the Leaden Key works? So they're old. What does it matter? Very well. How do we find them? You think that by observing them, you can learn how they work?
And how to destroy it, yes.
The faint trace of a smile forms on Edir's lips.
Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. But I haven't met anyone here who knows that name. I don't know where in the Deadfire they are exactly, but I was hoping we could look for them together.
He folds his hands, looking hopeful and a little sheepish. I'll help as best I can. Don't worry, Aloth. I promise we'll find them, one way or another. I don't want to promise the impossible. That's not much to go on, but we'll try. Find an ancient Leaden Key sect somewhere in the monster-ridden archipelago. Sure, easy. We've got more pressing matters. I can't make a detour for this. You know, I would love to know. Not just this one, but all of the answers like this one, where there's like, nah. How many people actually ever pick these options? Like, I feel like you have to be like, especially on like a first playthrough, maybe on like subsequent playthroughs when you know everything and you just want to role play a specific character. Maybe you're a character who doesn't like Aloth, doesn't want to do anything, or is just gung-ho for the main mission. You might say that, but like, yeah, I would love to see if they had like statistics on how many times any of these options are picked. I don't know if they do, or if that's even something they would do, but it'd be interesting to see that kind of stuff. We'll find him, I promise.
I believe you.
He smiles, but worry crinkles the corner of his eyes.
Anyway, it's late. I suppose that's enough from me.
Alright. Adir, buddy?
Hey, look who it is.
Talk to me about Burn.
Wasn't what I expected, I know that much. I had this idea that maybe I'd get along with him. Either because he was like his mom, or because he was like, but it was like somebody talked him out of his personality. And when he looked at you, you got the feeling he was looking at someone a long ways behind you.
Adir shakes his head.
It's not his fault. He's alone out here. And his mom was such a force. If she was so sure of herself, she'd have had that cult leader following her. Hard to replace something like that.
I'm still not... I don't know if I missed it, or if I forgot it. I'm still not sure if Burn is his son or his brother's son. Let's get moving. Alright, should be some more people upstairs. Gotta find Seraphim. And, what was his name? What's his name? I forgot his name. Oh, we gotta talk to Maya, too. Takehu. Guess we'll talk to him first. Oswald, what's going on, buddy? The sailor hums happily.
Agrasima Casita for taking me on.
You're very welcome, Rum-Dum. Mother Sharprock. She trots along beside you, tail held high. Hey, buddy.
I thought Aethys was too busy kicking over islands to blunt his teeth with mortals.
Takehu scrutinizes you with an unreadable expression.
What say? You must take something from all this idle chatter with the gods.
Aethys was more curious about me than I was about him. Nothing new. I've been at this before. I don't wish to discuss it. I was interested in him. I do wish to discuss it, so I guess I'll go with nothing new. I've been at this before.
For what does he listen to you, then? The gods I know are tight of lip and hard of hearing.
Mine won't shut up. I love it. Mine won't shut up. He raises a hand to his lips and stifles laughter, shaking his head.
I could not imagine the inner workings of a god.
He trails off, looking away.
But then, I am not meant to. It is for mortals to flail in the darkness, I say, while gods point us toward light.
I agree. As I continuously get to talk with them. They have a plan for us. The last thing they need is doubt. Better that they let us figure it out for ourselves. I've felt the weight of authority before. I've no desire to feel it again. Someone needs the power to shape our future. They have a plan for us. The last thing they need is doubt. As he weighs your words, Takehu winces a little.
To be worshipped. To have others interpret your design.
Takehu sighs, pulling back his hair.
It is not fair, I say. For what should a god worry about such cares, when theirs is the hand on the tiller?
Takehu spreads his palms and frowns. Maybe they worry because their hand is on the tiller. Wouldn't you worry if you were in their position? Thanks for talking, Takehu. Enough of this. Maybe they worry because their hand is on the tiller.
Then maybe they did not always doubt themselves. At some time, they felt certain.
Takehu nods to himself and bites his lower lip.
The gods grow. They are like the Adra, holding Aora in place, I say, moving too slow for mortal eyes. At least Aethys has you to keep him in check. What happens when we catch up to him is something for future Takehu to worry about.
He smiles wildly. The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention, the pull centering from Takehu's soul. Surrender to the sensation. Once again you find yourself in Andra's waterlogged hall of power. The tired swaying of bioluminescent chandeliers casts uneven rays of light down on her court.
Scratch under the wet clay of any artist and you hatch a lifetime of fear and doubt.
Andra props her chin on her fist and studies Takehu with a sigh.
My boy doesn't fear the gods. He only fears what he'll compromise by living up to his potential. But isn't it easier to let sculptures represent you? Poor thing. Nothing he does could disappoint me. But that is a mother's prerogative.
She pulls away with a wet, slapping sound. You receive the mental impression of a wink. The world reasserts itself all around you. Takehu wears an uncertain smile, tipping his head inquisitively. I had some questions.
You have questions? Ikera, I have answers.
Takehu opens his palm and gestures for you to speak freely. The Kahanga royalty seem very taken with you. Yes, let's go with that one.
Between the crown and the guild, Nekataka has high hopes for Ngati's chosen son, I say.
Takehu smooths back his hair with both hands as he gathers his thoughts.
If Ngati had not blessed me, I say the goddess touched me for more than enriching one tribe, glorifying one island.
Takehu bites his thumbnail and sighs. Poor thing, exhausted by all the free admiration. I can tell you don't want to be anyone's savior. Everyone feels underappreciated from time to time. You give people hope, Takehu. I can tell you don't want to be anyone's savior. That one seems like a really insightful sort of response. Let's go with it.
Ikera, yes.
Takehu draws in a deep breath and nods, savoring your words.
I say there is me, Takehu. And there is the Takehu others would make like a coconut husk doll. The more I try to be the Takehu I know I am, the harder I am constrained. What say?
He brings up his gaze to meet yours. You give too much power to the expectations of others. Others want to stoke your potential, no harm in that. No one should pressure you to become something you're not. The guild and the tribes heaped prestige on you. They deserve something back. You give too much power to the expectations of others.
But it is the adoring people who made Takehu the savior of the tribes.
He shrugs, sighing.
Many think that I have a duty to the Huana. I say I am the only one unconvinced.
You're being strangely dismissive of your worth. I'm the Lady of Kadnua, but you don't see me rebuilding my keep. The Huana needs someone like you to unite the tribes. No one stands in your way but you. I'm the Lady of Kadnua, but you don't see me rebuilding my keep.
Ikera, just so.
The side of his mouth twitches. Hesitating at first, Takehu envelops your hand into his. The scales along his palm both prickly and warm. Just as it seems he will break away, instead he leans in closer.
I know how I seem. We did not have this word, conceded, before Adirans landed on the Isles. If Ngati had not touched me, I wonder if anyone would care.
Takehu seems ready to say more. He stops himself and releases you from his grip. The world around you darkens, and once again you feel an insistent tug for your attention, the pull centering from Takehu's soul. Surrender.
Poor boy. He has it backward, as usual.
A silky, distant voice asserts itself in your thoughts.
I did not choose him so that he could do great things. I chose him because talent should be fostered toward any end.
Sadness and regret creep into her tone, but something about them rings falsely to your ears.
How fortunate that you are here to set him on the right path. I know you won't disappoint.
You hear a smile in her words.
Apologies. I say I never miss an opportunity to talk about myself.
The presence withdraws, leaving you unsteady on your feet. Oblivious, Takehu offers a broad, showy smile. Let's be off. We'll talk to him more another time. Let's go up here. Hello, Beetle. The mariner salutes. Alright,
Captain,
Maya.
a word?
Maya nods to grab your attention. Yes, Maya?
What, did Ishi defecate in your favorite helmet or something? You've spoken to Aethys, which means you know what we're up against. If the fleet sailed up to him and fired every cannon at once, I imagine we'd have a fighting chance at taking a chip off his kneecap. There's no stopping him, is there?
Of course there's a way to stop him. We just need to, figure out how to do it. I'm not ruling out the chance of an unlikely solution. I'm following Barrett's instruction. Our course will become clear in time. He says we need to stop him. Not everything can be solved through violence. I'm following Barrett's instructions.
I'll tell your friend to point Aethys and his giant green ass towards another archipelago. Because he's stepping all over the future of Rauatai.
She sighs away some of her tensions, rolling her shoulders and cracking her neck.
I suppose there's a certain appeal to recognizing the inevitable. We don't have to waste our breath trying to stop it.
Care to elaborate on that? It's up to us to mitigate the damage. It'd be nice if the gods summoned the courage to intercede. Elaborate.
It reminds me of the first time I shot to kill.
Maya folds her arms and grins. Let's hear it.
There he stood, a pirate captain barking orders from the forecastle. Out of everyone's range but mine.
Maya holds up her hand to frame a distant spot.
The wind toyed with us. I took aim, never thinking I'd make the shot, but then I felt this awareness, like someone out there was aiming me. A cannon blast took me by surprise. I squeezed off a shot, expecting it to fly wide, but the bullet took my target between his eyes.
She traces a circle over her brow.
I don't know if Bareth kicked open a door or the Sky Mother held my hand, but that man was meant to die. I've got that same feeling now. Better or worse, I know that Aethys is meant to succeed.
Ever question your career choice? Time will tell if Aethys getting what he wants is a good thing for the rest of us. Thank you for your helpful reminder of my own insignificance. Excuse me. Time will tell if Aethys getting what he wants is good for the rest of us.
Hope I didn't take the wind out of your sail. Whether or not we can change anything, at least we can say we were there. That's more than most people get.
It's true. I had a question.
I've got some answers.
You're one of Kana's siblings, aren't you?
Sure am. And I heard that you two spent some time together. Funny how the gods toss things together.
Really? Oh, that's awesome. I did not... Was that mentioned? Did I miss that? That's awesome. Okay, hi. I love you even more.
I heard tell that Kana sailed off in search of whatever he didn't find in the Deerwood. They say he lit a fire under the Ranganui to speed up the taming of the Deadfire.
Maya grins at this, planting her hands on her hips with pride.
You clearly had some sway on his opinions, more than I ever did. Wish you had told Kana to give up on the poetry. He's got no ear for it.
I enjoyed his songs. He's not here, is he? I don't have time for another blather. Or for non-stop blather. Glad to hear he's making a difference. Take it easy on him. I did my best to help Kana find the meaning he sought. I enjoyed his songs.
If you want to hear a voice like a powder keg belting out Rauataian anthems while you're running at a dragon, be my guest. Some of us find it distracting. I do with bullets what Kana did with words. Just in case you were wondering, the comparison ends there.
Maya tips her head and studies you to make sure the point comes across. Or came across. Cool. Do you wanna... Let's be off. We'll have another chance to talk to her, I hope.
Ahoy, Captain. What can I do you for?
So, Seraphin. No. We're not flirting with Seraphin. Okay. This gets us back to the world map, right? Alright, that was a good break to talk with all our friends. I feel like I missed some, though. Don't we have, like, other companions? Where are my companions at? Yeah, I didn't see this guy, did I? Oh, he was the guy who I said had a voice, but didn't, like, talk. Gotcha. I don't really know who I want to bring with me to places. Seraphin's got the mechanics, so I almost feel like he needs to start coming with us. Adir's our tank, he's got to come with us. So it seems like it's going to be these two slots that change a lot. Let's bring Aloth, and we're going to the Brass Citadel, so we'll bring you. In fact, yeah, we'll go with that. And what quest are we doing? We're not doing that one. Travel to the ruins. Okay, we might end up doing that soon. That's with Takeha or Takehu. What is your name? Damn it, I can't tell. You got this one. Obtain 3 crates of crude luminous Audra. That's the thieving. We're probably not going to do that one. Terms of trade. Pokokahara. Tungaloa. Dim Prospects. Pokokahara. Serpent's Crown. Right. That's one thing we're doing. Partisans of the Lighted Path. We want to go to the temple, right? Yep, Anekataka. Deliver a missive to Harama. That's in Tikawara. Lantern of Gone. Oh, I should have... Okay, maybe I should have talked to her at the Luminous Audra. Mapping the... This is Tikawara, alright. Archmage's Vault. We can go do this quest now. This is Nekataka, right? And Romaro intended to okay, this is his quest. Gotcha. And then the Storms of Pokokahara. Right, so Pokokahara. And then some bounties. Alright, looks like we have some things to do here. I guess we'll go around this side. I think we've gone around this way before, haven't we? We are running low on food. A colorful parrot alights on the railing of your ship. A missive bound to its leg bears the sigil of the Kahanga tribe. Captain Klesia, it would be my honor to host the savior of Hasango at the Kahanga Palace. Nekataka is a city for Huana and outsiders alike, and there is no shortage of work for Kith who are determined to be as useful as you. Should you have the stamina for a good climb, the palace atop Serpent's Crown could be your second home. Think on it. Queen Onakaza II. Cool. I will think on that. But we need to add some food to our supplies here. Have any good food? Got all this water. Can add that in there. Okay, have some tar loaf, some swordfish, and some of that too. Is this all meat? Fire kelp. What is this? Hardtack. There you go. Alright. Nekataka. I think... Do we have anything in the Brass Citadel? I feel like we were supposed to have... Let's go here. I think we do. Imperial Command. I know I didn't see anything in the quest log, but I could have sworn we did. You hear someone call out for your attention. Okay. You're wandering through the streets when a man approaches you, cutting through the crowd. You've never seen him, but the look in his eye suggests that he recognizes you. Watcher, let me through. A meadowfolk man emerges from the crowd, red-faced and wild-haired. He pays no mind to the irritated pedestrians glowering at him. His bright eyes are fixed on you. You're the one what saw the miracle when Aethys rose at Cadnua. Awe and conviction quiver in his voice. Yes, and you must be Letharn. You left Hasongo just before Aethys arrived. His rising was a tragedy. Every other man, woman, and child at the keep died. That depends on who's asking. When the god of rebirth himself was reborn, a marvelous thing. And you must be Letharn. I knew it. Our paths were meant to cross. Our people talk highly of you. It's no wonder Aethys chose you to witness his return. That's why I'm hoping you can help. The tiniest flicker of doubt dances across his face. He banishes it with a deep breath and launches into his tale. I've been having strange dreams. A wheel that spins and spins. An orchard of quaky trees. Each grown from the fallen fruit to the last. He scratches at his whiskered chin. Then, the spokes of the wheel break apart. The trees stop growing. Fruit falls and rots until the ground is covered with festering, stinking pulp. Why are you telling me this? Dreams of the sleeping mind at play. No sense in getting worked up. There must be a meaning behind this. Shrug. Somebody's been snacking before bedtime. Get to the point already. Why are you telling me this? You may not be one of Aethys's, but you worship the gods and speak with their voice. I've got to think you of all people can understand what this means. Besides, he gnaws at his lip. In these dreams, I also see you, at the center of the wheel, in the middle of the orchard. You were there when Aethys rose, and you seem to follow every place he's been. He works his mouth into a fretful pout as he gets to the crux of his concerns. Aethys is always meant rebirth and redemption, but so much death follows in his wake, both in the Saints' War and now here, again. His wide eyes are full of questions. Is this what I sound like? Adir gives you a guilty grimace. He turns toward Letharn. Friend, I'd love to buy you a drink if it'd help. He shakes his head, the anxiety mounting behind his eyes. I need to know what this means. Please. There are no easy answers. Why are you coming to me with this? I never asked to speak for anyone. Death and rebirth are part of the same cycle. You can't have one without the other. I don't think Aethys intends any harm. He's caused a lot of suffering. Death and rebirth are part of the same cycle. But like this? So chaotic, so violent. He shakes his head. My people followed Aethys to war once. I wonder sometimes if we failed him when we lost. Or if we did that the moment we laid hand to blade. Please, you see more than anyone. You've got to have some idea of what all of this means, and how we make sense of it. Okay, buddy. You want the truth? I can't tell you how to respond. You have to figure this out for yourself. Don't rely on custom to drive your faith, or you'll make the same mistakes as before. I don't know what it means, but I trust there's a higher purpose to the gods' actions, including Aethys. Even gods must answer for their crimes. Aethys is no exception. The gods aren't the only means to greater understanding. Together, Kith can achieve much, just look at animancy. Your faith and your way of life has kept your people together through war and famine. Hold on to them. The Dawn Stars have survived because of the community they formed. You don't need Aethys for that. Ooh, I don't know. Instinct-wise, going off my first instinct, number 1. Mainly because I remember how much of Magran's faith and religion is about your own, like, sort of personal trials, right? Somebody giving you the answers cheats the journey for you. This guy's not gonna like it. But I think that's what Klesi would say. I can't tell you how to respond. You have to figure this out for yourself. The Tharn nods, letting this sink in. I won't keep you, but you've given me a lot to think about. Thank you. He turns away and allows himself to melt into the crowd. Interesting. I hope I made a good choice there. I do like that concept, right? We have to start all the way back here? Damn. You know, why couldn't we just sail into their port? Why couldn't we use the Brass Citadel port? It would be much faster. Okay. We want to go to the back, right? That's where this person is? Yeah.
Grand Secretary Atsura wants to meet with you. He's in his office downstairs.
Oh, really? What was with all the black powder at Hasango? A look of surprise passes over her face. She tries to cover it with a grunt.
Noticed that, did you?
Yes.
Saltpeter is one of our chief resources at Rawatai, and we believe in putting resources to use. Now you can see why we didn't want the Valians nosing around our fort.
Of course. Okay, so Atsura is downstairs. Let's go check it out, see what's going on.
It's impossible to cheat at Hazatoa.
Not impossible.
He acts like he's gonna do one thing, then he does something else.
That's called strategy. And don't you work for Atsura?
Clear skies.
He tilts his head as he watches you, his eyes unblinking. You seem different from the rest of the Royal Deadfire Company.
How do you mean that?
His eyes are attentive and utterly expressionless. You're not a soldier.
Rawatai is composed of many types, but it's true, many here are soldiers and engineers, none of whom are especially diligent about paperwork.
He spreads his hands to encompass the scrolls on his desk and in the shelves behind him.
How do you mean that?
He lowers his head, watching you all the while.
Are you making advances at me?
He still has not blinked. No.
It's for the best. This would be a most inconvenient time to begin an attachment.
I agree. I don't think he actually has a job for us. He hesitates, looking at you as if the answer's obvious.
It's a trading post, of course.
What do you trade?
Rawatai is rich in saltpeter, copper, and a few other profitable minerals. We generally trade for food and timber, which grow poorly in the rough country. The Valians have become aggressive competitors in recent years, but our ships were plying the seas long before the Republic's declared independence. We learned the value of defending our goods and ships long ago.
He smiles placidly. Alright. Wasting my time. Let's get out of here. So they're definitely planning something with the black powder. Right? The question is, who are they going to attack? Or were they going to attack? Oh, Aloth, I forgot. You could level up. Insight and Arcana. New ability for Wizard. Let's see here. So I got the fast casting last time. And we've got this spell. Wondrous Torment. Call to Slumber. That's a good one. I wouldn't mind having Call to Slumber at all times, but I think we're going to get Wall of Force. Yeah. Since we have a Grimoire with Slumber, we could always have that one. We might have one with Wall of Force too, but I wonder if you could get like every single spell and like every Grimoire, and then you don't really need to pick spells. You can just get all the passive stuff. That'd be interesting.
Will your mighty fortress protect you from the Audra Colossus?
Much better than wooden huts, my friend.
You cannot stand against such a force. You can only flee it.
That is true. I don't think it would actually protect you any better than wooden forts. I think it would still get destroyed. Alright, so we're going to go to the Temple of Bareth. Nope, nope, we want gone. Now, gone! Damn it. That's my bad. What level is the temple underneath here? That's something we have, right? It's this stuff, right? Eulogy for the dead. Maybe. Yeah, Sacred Stairs. He said no one in the region seems to know that name, so our best hope is to keep an eye out for signs of the Leaden Key. Okay. I wonder if we had that conversation prior to going to that one ruin where we saw the Leaden Key trial. If it would have updated it or something. I don't know.
My Seraphim, is there anything you have a hard time with, aside from humility?
I reckon I'll be a fancy at most things. More so all things piratical.
If only we were all as confident in real skills as you are in imagined ones.
You'd be right surprised how far confidence will take you, lad. Well, you'd have to give it a try.
Oof. Alotha's trying. He's getting some confidence. He's more confident than when we first met him. At least I think he is. Alright. So who are we looking for in here? You. You seem new. This woman's unceasing smile and direct, violating eye or gaze give the strong impression of someone selling something.
Light of Aethys be upon you.
Baron said you could tell us about the partisans of the lighted path.
Your friend guided you truly. Gadarian Bosch has honored me with the duty of helping his message reach all of the faithful. We answer the Shining God's call. He shows us the way and we march in his wake. Already the Vanguard prepares to make its journey, with more soon to follow.
How would you join up with Aethys? Chase him in a boat?
Yes, in fact. We will follow him along the lighted path. When the time is right, he will welcome our souls into his legion. Gadarian Bosch has seen it.
Just your souls, then? Not your bodies?
Your journey sounds dangerous.
The Shining God demands total commitment from his followers. What good is a soldier who is not willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for her cause? To walk the lighted path, one must be willing to never turn back.
Tough to walk very far without a soul. The Hollowborn, usually you'd have to stack him in a wheelbarrow and push him around.
Who are the Vanguard?
Yes, in fact. We will follow him along the lighted path.
Did I say you are the Vanguard? Is that what...
When the time is right, he will welcome our souls into his legion. Gadarian Bosch has seen it.
Just your souls, then? Not
Oh, I must have pressed...
your bodies?
I must have pressed the wrong button there.
Gadarian
There we
Bosch
go.
leads the Vanguard. They are the most righteous of the partisans. They will be the first to join the ranks of Aethys, the first to charge at his call.
A deer leans in toward you.
Baron said something about the Vanguard. You don't think he's that dumb, do you?
Yes. Agni's eyes shift momentarily to Deer, then back to you. She says nothing, merely re-raising her smile. Do you have a list of people in the Vanguard? We want to see if our friend is among them.
The Vanguard know their own, and Gadarian Bosch knows them. Beyond that, we keep such information private.
Adir turns his head away to hide a look of exasperation, but then it shifts, his eyes suddenly hopeful. He looks back at Agni.
If they know their own, what do you think they'd say to a couple new members? Can we be in the Vanguard too?
I'm afraid you cannot. The Vanguard is reserved for the most faithful among us. You have not even joined the partisans.
Aethys does not play favorites as Wodaka does. He would welcome all who wish to join him.
I agree. And Gadarian Bosch has admitted to the Vanguard all who asked to join. Unfortunately, even if I were to initiate you right now into our order, it would be too late to join the Vanguard. Their ship is docked right now in Nekataka, and set to depart at any moment.
Edir looks at you with wide eyes.
You think he could be on it? If he left right after we did, we gotta go.
They won't take you, but there will be more ships to follow. Stay and learn about the partisans of the lighted path, and I'll see that there is room for you.
That's a real nice offer. We'll think about it and get back to you.
Farewell. Agni nods, her expression no different than when you arrived. Alright, it seems pressing, so let's go right now. Try and catch that ship. Edir, you're gonna have to tell me who this boy is. Is he your boy, or is he your brother's boy, or what? Brother? Like, was she your sister? Hold on, make sure it is at Queen's birth. Recently updated. I wish it was... Okay. It's gonna be Nekataka, right? Let's see. This one? Yeah. Dr. Nekataka. I'm assuming it's Queen's birth. Do we want just Queen's birth? Yeah. Come on, we gotta hurry. We gotta hurry. Alright. To the docks, quick. Don't know which dock it is, so we're just gonna go around here. It has to be here somewhere, right? Assuming it's a big enough ship to, like, have its own thing, but... Or, like, you know, be very noticeable. Have I been over here before? I'm sure I have been. Huh? Oh, hello.
Very well.
Couple of brine imps.
Yes?
There you go. I get my quota of combat in for the for the episode. Knock him down, Seraphin. Get in there and shoot him.
Yeah.
And Edir finishing him off. There we go. Hey, we gained some reputation with Nekataka. They like that I killed the imps. That's good. I'm glad. Don't know what that was about, but I'm glad. Yeah, so that's the exit. Okay. Are they down by our boat? That's our ship, right? Yeah, the Defiant. Okay. Get to where we need to go. Okay, so we have to go all the way around here. This is a really... Probably should have made some stairs there, if I'm being honest. Okay. We're gonna get there.
We missed it.
Damn.
They're gonna park that thing next to Aethys and slit their own throats. I wish they'd gone ahead with it before they got Bairn involved. If we can't catch it, can you promise me we'll go right now?
Of course. We'll go right now.
I knew there was something I liked about you.
How could we say anything otherwise? Alright. Let's go.
As you like.
Let me loot that. Oh, we don't need the cannons. Wait, where are we going? We're not going to the place, are we? Okay. By sea? Is there any way I could track that? Or I just gotta, like, search? Oh boy. That's him. Go, 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 go. We caught him. Phew. Rescue Burn. A gift from Aethys. Glorious death is our path to him. He's not gonna fight us, is he? Because... Ow.
Yes?
Alright, let's make sure he's not one of these guys, so... Okay. Good. Wall of Flames right there. You're gonna come and knock him down? No? Oh, he's quick. Oh, you missed. Uh-oh.
Hey.
She's gonna be in the line of fire here. How'd you miss? How did you miss? Alright. Go ahead, mark him. Fire. Good damage there. Alright, you're going to... cast that.
Captain.
No, fire.
Watch me, like flogging a figurehead.
Good damage.
Futile.
Right into the fire, you should be burning. Good. Alright. You're gonna put those guys to sleep there? Classia. Go ahead. Do that. I'm frightened. Sound good? Okay. Comes Tanglefoot.
You were saying?
Was that Tanglefoot on me?
For the homeland.
Good. Put all them to sleep.
Ahoy. Another attack, Cap.
Yeah?
A deer. I was hoping you'd finish him off.
Oh, missed. Yes.
Good. Come on, guys. You gotta do better.
Yes?
Just attack him.
Let's hire it out!
Captain.
And attack him. Good.
Captain. Ain't not my thing. Savvy?
Not savvy.
Another attack, Cap.
I don't like how they keep attacking me.
What do you need?
It's rather rude. You go over here against him.
I thought we were friends.
There you go. You'll come over here. Good.
Aye.
Alright, Aloth.
I shall deal with this
Good.
one.
They're waking up.
You were saying?
I was saying fire. Good.
Captain. Nightcap.
Alright. Is it the Tanglefoot that's making me not be able to do my stuff? I think so, huh?
Can't make a dent.
Yes? Oh, indeed.
Good damage there. Whoa!
Watch it!
Oof. Alright, he's dead. Good.
How may I help?
Aloth.
Let's hire it out!
Captain?
Fire. Still can't do that. Okay. Nice heal.
Like flogging a figurehead.
Knock him down. Feel like I should have some combat music going on, shouldn't we?
Very well.
Good damage.
A little caution, please.
Fantastic. Everything's going according to plan. Except that the Kehu didn't attack. I just
Captain?
marched him down, huh? Excellent.
Still got it.
I'll be chopping you to chum.
Alright. Good.
Something I can do.
You can finish him off. Killing blow. Perfect. And then Clasia. Let's just keep firing. Should be able to take him out. Knock him down. Nope.
How may I help?
Allah. Magic missile. Perfect. Alright. Did we save the kid? Guess we gotta go downstairs, huh? Ancient tablet. This fragile tablet was painstakingly etched in Ingwithan ruins several thousand years ago. The festival lanterns shine with a warm yellow glow tonight, bobbing on the light breeze from the sea. The young folk dance, feet stamping and smiles bright, a feverish joy alight in their eyes. The old folk drink and tell tales of years long past, their laughter loud enough to shake the very Audra beneath our feet. And the children for whom we do this, our future, they steal sweets from the banquet tables. They wrestle and tease and fight as children ought, and my soul swells with pride. Together we celebrate the end of our work and look forward to new beginnings, a shining horizon where we Ingwithans and our Huana brethren labor as one for the glory and illumination of all kith. Tonight, Pukukahara, our masterpiece, sits resplendent, a testament to all our cultures have striven toward, all that we might gain. And yet, even our calculations are sound, and our construction sturdy. If the machine works as intended, it will be but one small step along the twisting road we must walk together. But if we can harness the power of souls, if we can control the cycle of life and death, the journey will be worth it, no matter how arduous or how long. But now is not the moment for questions of philosophy. Tonight we join hands and sing, and tomorrow our work of generations begins. At last it begins. Interesting tablet there. Alright. I think we need to go below deck. Oh, missed one. Below deck.
The others have drunk, Bairn. Their souls make their way to Aethys. This isn't the time for hesitation. It's the time for faith. Come. Let us show him together.
The man uncorks a vial hanging from his neck, filled with a viscous fluid of earthy red. He raises it and waits. With unsteady hands, Baron uncorks an identical vial hanging from his own neck.
No, kid!
Edir has stepped forward. His palms are outstretched. Baron nearly drops the vial. He catches awkward hold of it and he catches awkward hold of it between his forefingers. His gaze drifts up to Edir. He stares with dull eyes as if he's trying to place him.
What is this? You aren't one of my flock. How did you get here?
Do you not hear me killing everybody upstairs? Edir ignores Bosk. Or Bosch. Whatever. Keeping careful eye contact with Baron.
Lower that. Let's talk.
Byrne waits, the vial now clutched in one hand, at chest height. You don't have to do this.
You've got a lot to live for.
I would be alone in this world, were it not for the light of Aethys.
Byrne stares down at the liquid in the vial, watching it lap against the sides with the trembling of his hand. He draws it above his shoulders, held out before him.
What is faith if it isn't tested? These people are willed here by Aethys to challenge you. Make him proud.
I will make him proud.
It sounds almost like a recitation. Adir's mouth is open, but he has no answer. He looks to you, desperation in his eyes. Your leader has read too many parables. The gods seldom have cause to test our faith. Listen, the gods aren't really gods. That's not gonna work. The gods seldom have cause to test our faith.
Maybe he's not testing faith. Maybe he's testing if you can think for yourself.
But our faith, isn't that what the gods ask of us?
Baron holds the vial at chest level and looks prepared neither to drink it nor to drop it.
Aethys has come just as I said he would. There will be no other chances.
Adir fumes at Bosch, his hands drifting toward his weapon.
He must be in need to reach out to us.
Effigy's eyes, kid. You think your tiny soul's gonna change his fate?
As a watcher, I will pin your soul to the floor. You will never reach Aethys. Damn. Adir is right. On the margin, the impact of a single added soul would be infinitesimal. That's the word. I doubt you'd be missed if you stayed behind. As a watcher, I will pin your soul to the floor. You will never reach Aethys.
And we'll smack it around a while, too, on behalf of your mother.
You'd keep me from my destiny? Out of spite?
The vial in Byrne's hand hovers now just above waist height.
History doesn't look kindly on deserters, Baron. Nor will your god.
Hard to blame his deserters. They got to live. Meanwhile, his last vanguard got burned right out of the world, bones and all.
I've come this far. How could I be forgiven for failing him now?
I'm sure he'll come to forgive you in time.
He's the god of redemption. You'll be all right.
No. Redemption and forgiveness are different. Redemption is making up for your failings. I could never make up for abandoning my god in his time of need.
Baron holds the vial at chest level and looks prepared neither to drink nor drop it.
It's now or never, Baron. Will you abandon your god, or will you come to his aid?
Adir looks to your group.
Come on, say something. Adir's right.
He takes a deep breath and glances to you. He looks as if he can't believe he just said that.
Who exactly demands this sacrifice, Baron? Aethys or him?
He stares at Gadarian, or Gad, whatever his damn name is, with naked contempt.
Beware of men who claim the authority of the gods. They often have little care for mortals.
Except for me, I actually do have authority with the gods.
Your thoughts be more knotty than Rowatide rigging, lad. The farmer be speaking sense for once. Better to live for a god than die for one.
During the Saints' War, me and my brother, we had a choice to make. It was just like this.
I wish I could go back and see that choice. I accidentally double tapped the button. Damn it. Continue.
We saw it different, he and I. He chose our god. I didn't. I'll never see him again. And I don't know where his soul is now. But I don't think Aethys was around to save it. You're gonna stay here. There's better ways to serve your god. You can build something in his honor. Like I did. A town, a temple, a good life. Maybe not a statue.
Byrne's expression shifts suddenly. He looks like someone who's been slapped hard across the face. His fingers relax and the vial clatters to the ground, spattering the deck with what might easily be mistaken for a gruesome bloodstain.
Aethys, forgive me.
Adir takes what sounds like his first breath in a while. His fingers trace over his mouth and beard in a rhythm of reassurance.
As you wish, then. Abandon your god. For betrayal there can be no forgiveness. You will receive not his mercy, but his justice.
I doubt it. All acts can be forgiven by a truly benevolent soul. In all likelihood, Aethys will be defeated again, whatever his plan. The decision is made. There's no point in fearing an outcome beyond reckoning. There's no fate that can't be cheated. I doubt it. Adir looks at Gadarian Bosch with a cocked head.
Don't you got somewhere you need to be, Bosch?
Bosch.
If you're having second thoughts, I can help you follow through.
Not a one.
Bosch smiles and raises his vial toward Adir and Toast. He downs the fluid in a single gulp.
The shining god will light the way.
He barely gets the sentence out before the first spasms rack his frame. A reddish froth bubbles from his lips, and he collapses to the floor, flopping and arching like a netted fish. In one final rigid convulsion, his breath stops and his body settles heavily on the deck in an unnatural pose.
Think he's alright? He looks a little seasick.
If only he'd died before he got everyone else involved. I'd kill him again if I could. Not in much of a condition to lead a charge. Too bad religious fanatics don't often carry much in the way of valuables. I'd kill him again if I could. Oh, I pressed... God fucking damn it. Gotta pay more attention to what buttons I'm pressing, apparently. Baron stares silently at the Gadarian Bosch. Spittle bubbles on the lips of the corpse. Wait, spittle bubbles on the lips of the corpse are still popping.
That would have been me. If I were stronger, it would have been me.
Lucky you weren't stronger then. The gods might have rights to our souls, but they got no right to our lives. Seems to me they'll take from you whatever's not nailed down if you let them.
I could devote my entire life to Aethys, and it would never redeem this.
Adir swallows and tries to say something. In the end, he just nods.
For right now, let's just get you home.
Whew. Okay. Well, we saved him. That's good. Me being a priest, I feel like helped a lot with that. Like, a lot. Wait, did we get all their supplies, too? We should have looted their boat. Damn it. Alright, so I think he wants to go to Hasango, right? That's where we're headed? Return Baron to Hasango. Gotcha. We will be doing that in the next episode. This episode has reached its conclusion. Next time, we'll go to Hasango, and then we'll go back to Nekataka and go see the queen. Or, maybe not the queen, but we'll go to the palace and see what's going on there. Make our reports. And then we'll see where we go from there. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will catch you later.